Imagine stepping into a busy office where your inbox becomes your main communication tool, helping you stay connected and on top of tasks. Microsoft Outlook makes managing emails straightforward, and with a few key tools, you'll be able to organize, respond, and find messages like a pro. So let's take a look and try to work on composing emails, organizing emails, and then finding emails. So, as we start, have an email right here already in our inbox. It's a focused inbox, which means this email is emailed directly to my account. An other mailbox would be emails that maybe it's part of a group email and it's not directly intended for me, but I'm on the email. So it would be an other. Focus means it's focused for me. So it's nice that it gets to show it right to my attention. So it shows up right there, and I can click on it, and here's my email. So it gives me the information in the email, who sent it, who it's to, the data in it. I can also reply and forward right here, or I also have reply all, and forward up here. I can see when it was sent, but then I also have other information too, right? So I can put a little emoji on it, or part of Viva Insights. I even have the three dots with more actions where I can delete it from here, mark it as read, flag it, custom actions if I have them, print it if I need to, translate it if I need to, immersive reader, as well as saving it, and then advanced actions if I have rules set up or policies set up. So that's all about reading my email right there that's in my focused inbox. Now, I can highlight it, and then actions appear at the top. So when I highlight it, those actions appear because these are actions on this email. It's similar to our menus that we've saw in here. So I can report this if I need to. If it's phishing or junk, I can make sure I let the system know that it's phishing. It's not a valid email and it's junk. I don't know why I'm getting it, right? So you report it as junk. The system will eventually learn that it's junk and start automatically adding it to the junk email folder down here. It'll train itself on that. So I can move it also if I want to organize. But again, you see you have reply all, forward, and then other elements up here too. Categorization, flagging it, pinning it so it doesn't go anywhere. And again, rules, block it. If I don't want to get this anymore, I can block it from the sender. Or if it's in my junk mail, I can do the same thing and say never block that sender. So if something accidentally goes to junk mail, you'll want to check junk mail all the time, right? Just to make sure there's no false positives. And if it is, you can never block that sender if it's actually meant to come to you. All right, so now we go to create an email. We see a new email button up here. That's how we can create an email. And we have a drop down right next to it. So you can create a mail, an event, a group, elements like that with the drop down. So they give you the ability, Microsoft does, to create a lot of different things from that drop down. But in this case, I just want to create a new mail. So I click on it and a new mail comes up. Inside here, I would type in who I want it to come to. So I would type in who I want to send it to. And then a carbon copy means it also goes to this person. So it's going to this person. It's focused to that person. But the CC might go to other because it's not necessarily meant for this person, but it might go into focus depending on how they have it set up. If you want a blind copy, over here is the BCC, blind copy. Click on that. And now, whoever you put in here will get a copy of it, but it won't show up to these two people that this person is on the account. You're blindly copying this person, so they're involved, but you don't want these people to know that they're involved. Next, I type in my subject. The subject is something so that when this person sees the email, they have an idea what it's about. And then down here, I can enter my body of the email, what I want to tell them. Once I've started typing this, you notice that up here, I have many more options. So I can have all of the formatting options in here if I need to. So I can go ahead and make it bold. I can put a list. I can indent if we need to. All of those other features are involved with this once I start typing. But I also have other elements up here too. I can insert something in here if I need to. A signature. I can record something to put in there. I can insert pictures. So lots of stuff that I can put in there. I can also attach a file. Many times in emails, we need to attach files. So we see a drop down right there. I click on it and I can attach it from this computer. If it's something in OneDrive, I can attach it and link it in there. If it's on a flash drive, I can upload it and then share it with them. I can also provide a link. Now, you also have the ability, it gives you suggested files. It sees who you're talking to. Maybe it's something that you guys are working on, and it can suggest files that you possibly, maybe it's something you most recently worked on or something you worked on together to be able to add in there. So I click on that, and now you see it's loading it up. There it is. So now I just attached that document in there. Now, again, you have format text. I can also draw if you have the ability, and other options. Right? I can show CC, I can show the BCC. I can schedule sending this. We'll talk about that in a minute. I can check accessibility if I want to make sure that it's accessible on reading. I also can use the editor to check it, make sure it's got the proper grammar. I can request a delivery receipt, which means as soon as they open it, I will get an email that it will. Now they don't have to open it. This one is that it was delivered. The read receipt is when, if they open it, I will get an email back saying, hey, they did it. And I can disallow reactions in here as well. Now, back here to the message with all of my information. I'm good to go. I'm ready to send it. I have a send button. Just hitting this will send it right now. Or with the drop down, I can schedule send it. I like to work very early, but I know that my coworkers don't, and I want to respect their time. So what I can do is I can schedule sending this. It gives me some recommendations, or I can use a custom time. I want it sent today, but I don't want it sent right now. So I make sure it's scheduled for today, and I'm going to schedule it for a time that works when I think they might be ready. They're at work, they're comfortable, ready to read my email. As soon as I get it all done, I hit the send button, and now it is sent. I can verify that by coming over here to my menu with sent items. I click on there, and I see that there's the email I just sent. I go back to inbox, and there's my inbox again. Now, I can do a couple things with this email that's in here. Most often, if you're done with it, you can empty it. You can delete this email, right? You don't have to highlight it. You can just delete this email. But sometimes you want to hold on to it. So maybe I mark it as unread. It makes it highlighted again and lets me know that I need to keep it in there to read it. Maybe I need to flag it so that I remember this email, that it's important. And I can also pin it so it stays at the top, because this is something I really need to do. So I can do that. But I can also put it into a folder. Now, again, you see folders over here. We have an inbox, which is where we're working, drafts, which are emails that we're writing, but we haven't hit sent yet, sent items, items that we've mailed already, ones that we've deleted, they go into its own folder. And you can delete them again for sure, or you can always access them because it'll take it from here and put it into here for now. Junk emails, which are ones that won't even show up here, they'll just go straight there. Again, you'll want to check that every now and then, make sure nothing's getting grabbed. Archive If you don't want it anywhere in particular, you just want to throw it in there for later. But I want to organize this. I get a lot of emails from this person. So what I can do is I can right click on the inbox and create a subfolder. And I'm going to create this folder and just call it Patrick and hit enter. Now there's another folder. And I can take this email and I can either drag it in here, or we also have the move option. And I can move it to the folders that I want it to go. I can create a new folder here as well. And I can move it to other locations. So I want to move it to a different folder, and it's going to say what folder, right? Here it is. It gives me all of my options of folders. I want to move it to that folder. Now it is no longer in my focused inbox. It's not in the other. If I come over here, since I marked it as unread, I see a 1 next to this, showing me that there's one unread email in this folder. If I click on it, there it is. So it's organized. It's not necessarily in my inbox anymore, but I can see that I have a new email over there that has been unread. Now, sometimes if you have a lot of folders because you're very organized and they don't stand out because you didn't use any of the flags or pins to where it stays there, you might get lost in some of those folders. What you can do is at the top, you can search for it. And I'm going to search for who it came from. And now I typed it in, I hit enter, and here's all the emails and when they were sent and when they were. So here's one that's maybe me sending it, and here's one that I received. So I can click on it to verify. There it is. This is the one I sent. This is the one I received. This is the one I was looking for. But it gives me everything related to the keyword that I searched. So a nice, easy way to access that. And again, I'm checking everything. I could just check mail or files or teams or people, but I check all, and it's going to give me everything that's available, whether it has attachments, if it's unread, so I can filter down the importance level that I need to see on there. And I can find the emails that I'm looking for without having to go through every folder that I have to try to find it. So that right there is how to manage your email, how to create an email, read an email, categorize, and then also filter to find again. Outlook is a fantastic tool. We went through some essential email management functions, which were perfect for beginners or actually anyone looking to streamline their Outlook skills.